usually they don't know what they want. So I'm throwing this out for people to think about.
Okay, well, I think you are an exhibitor, and I think we are going to come and...
No? I'm not.
Oh, well. Then find her to talk with her about this, because what I was, asking whether talking with individual bookstores, how they do it. Some of them, they want to turn their inventory over very quickly, and other ones know that there are certain specifics that they will hold on to because they know they have a...
But if it's only in-house a week, they're not going to sell that.
Quite true. Yeah, Bill.
I was just going to go to your question, Linda. I don't think it's fair as an author to assume that the distributor is going to put together consignment packages for bookstores when they have readings. In my experience, even in the best of times, when I go to a bookstore, I rarely sell more than 8 or 10 books, sometimes 15. And because I'm doing it on a regular basis, I just bring my own. And if there's a local independent bookstore, I invite them to do it. And if they don't do it, I will sell the books and then remit 40% to the local bookstore for the margin they missed. And boy, they come the next time. But it makes no sense to me that an author would put that burden on a wholesale distributor to ship consignment packages for their in-store.
They aren't consignment. They come with an invoice.
No, I understand that, but I mean, they come with an invoice. I mean, basically the whole industry is consignment.
Yes.
But my point is, if that's a transactional expense that I don't think should be on you.
Well, a lot of the smaller publishers have a day job. They don't want to do it. They don't understand what they should do. They don't know what's reasonable and what isn't. So for those, I do it.
Yeah, a big
But I
issue.
love the sentiment.
But the big issue here is, and I think one of the reasons that I think IPNE can be very helpful is to raise everybody's awareness of how many pieces there are in the system, and how, unless you're traveling with your books in the back of your car and you're personable and you don't have anything else to do, you will be outsourcing different things, either because you don't want to do them, like on the editing. I was blown away, Bill, by the amount of investment that you are making. And I think that's a lesson for us all to learn. If Bill feels that he could benefit and his books could benefit from that amount of outside editing, people who think, well, I'll have my friends take a look at it, or I'll do my own cover, or it's so what you're doing is you're realizing that there is a piece that isn't being taken care of by the publisher, and so it's something you're offering. Yeah, Pat.
I've got a question for Cheryl. I first met you at NEBA because you were going to give away some books and have an autographing session, and you had quite a crowd there. And I think there's, I'd like to know a little bit more about some of the steps that you did. This is your one book. You've been blogging, so forth. You waited to publish this until it was really ready. You chose an excellent designer, and yet at the same time, I'd like to know: have you had any experience in marketing? Did you hire anybody to help you with that? Now that you've gotten the awards, what have you done with those accolades that we've all been cheering you about because it's such a beautiful book? And how have you approached bookstores? And are you getting, as a result of your awards or your blogging or whatever else you're doing, now versus what you were doing when you first started that is generating sales on your website or where? Can you give us a little bit more about?
So the
some of
first
those
year,
tests?
yeah, first year when I set out, I don't know, probably 100 or 150 review copies, and got some reviews from places I